Hidalgo stood on the wooden bridge in the middle of a dark, cold night. The wind was blowing hard, and the river below was roaring like a hungry monster. In her hands, she held her newborn baby girl. The baby was only 2 hours old. The baby was crying, a small, sad sound, "Nyeh, nyeh." But Hidalgo did not kiss the baby. She did not say, "I love you." Hidalgo looked at the baby with eyes full of hate. She said, "You are bad luck. I wanted a boy. I wanted the gold. Because of you, I have lost everything." Hidalgo looked around to make sure no one was watching. Her heart was beating fast, not from fear, but from greed. She wanted to be the queen of her husband's house. She wanted the big box of gold that Chief Asikim promised to the mother of his first son. This baby girl was the only thing standing in her way. If the baby disappeared, Hidalgo could lie. She could say the baby was stolen by spirits. She could try again for a boy. Hidalgo made her choice. She did not put the baby in a basket. She did not wrap her in a warm blanket. She held the baby by one leg over the black water. In a whisper, "Go away," Hidalgo said. "Go back to the water." With a strong swing of her arm, she threw her own child into the air. Splash! The baby hit the freezing water and disappeared under the waves. Hidalgo wiped her hands on her wrapper. She did not feel sorry. She smiled. She thought her secret was buried forever in the deep river. She turned around and walked back to the village to act like a crying mother. But Hidalgo made a big mistake. She forgot that water has memory, and 20 years later the river would come back to knock on her door. To understand why a mother would do such a terrible thing, we must go back to the beginning. In the village of Umuned, Chief Asikim was the richest man. He had 4 wives, many goats, and big farms. But Chief Asikim was sad because he had no son. He only had daughters. In this village, a man needed a son to carry his name. One day, Chief Asikim called all his wives. He showed them a big, heavy box of gold, jewelry, and money. He said, "Listen to me. The first wife who gives me a baby boy will get this gold. She will also become the Lulu. She will be the boss of this house." Hidalgo was the youngest wife. She was beautiful, but she was very greedy. When she saw the gold, her eyes shone like fire. She promised herself she would win that gold no matter what. Hidalgo started acting like a queen before she was even pregnant. She was mean to the other wives. She kicked their cooking pots. She laughed at them. She went to the market and bought special medicines to help her have a baby boy. She prayed to the spirits every night. Soon, her belly started to grow. Hidalgo was pregnant. She was so happy. She walked around the compound with her nose in the air. She told everyone, "I am carrying the king. When he comes, you will all be my servants." The other wives were sad and gentle. They cried in their hearts. But Hidalgo did not care. She only cared about the gold and the power. She ate the best food and slept on the softest mat. She waited for her prize. The day the baby came, Hidalgo was in a lot of pain. She screamed for 2 days. The midwife, Mama Berry, helped her. Hidalgo pushed and pushed. She was sweating and crying. Finally, the baby came out. Hidalgo sat up fast. "Give me my son," she shouted. "Give me the king." The midwife looked sad. She wrapped the baby slowly. She said, "Hidalgo, it is a healthy baby, but it is a girl." Hidalgo stopped breathing. She looked at the baby. It was true. It was a girl. Hidalgo felt her heart turn to ice. All her dreams were gone. The gold was gone. The power was gone. She looked at the baby and felt only hate. She told the midwife, "Get out, leave me alone." Then she took the baby and ran to the bridge to throw her away. After throwing the baby, Hidalgo put pepper in her eyes to make them red. She ran back to the house and rolled on the floor. She screamed, "Help! Help! The spirits came! They stole my son!" The chief came running. He saw Hidalgo crying. He believed her. He was very sad that his son was gone. He hugged Hidalgo and said, "Do not cry. We will try again." Hidalgo was happy inside. Her secret was safe, but she was still not the Lulu. The other wives were still there. Hidalgo decided she had to be very wicked. She wanted to be the only wife left. She started doing bad things in secret. Hidalgo became like a snake in the grass. She put poison in the second wife's soup. The second wife got sick and died. Hidalgo cried fake tears at the funeral. Then she put scary things in the third wife's bed, like snake skins and thorns. The third wife thought it was witchcraft and ran away. The first wife was old, so Hidalgo told lies about her. She told the chief the first wife was trying to kill him. The chief was scared and sent the first wife away. Now Hidalgo was the only one left. She got the box of gold. She became the Lulu. She wore big necklaces and shouted at the servants. She thought she had won. She thought the river had forgotten. But far away down the river, the water was not moving so fast. A woman named Nilma was washing clothes. Nilma was poor and lonely. She had no husband and no children. She saw something floating in the water. It was stuck in the roots of a tree. She looked closer. It was a baby. The baby was blue and cold. Nilma picked her up quickly. The baby coughed up water and started to cry. Nilma was so happy. She said, "God has sent me a gift." She named her Masoma. She took her home and warmed her by the fire. She loved the baby with all her heart. She did not know this baby was the child of a wicked woman. 20 years passed. Masoma grew up to be a beautiful and kind woman. She loved the water. She learned how to use water and herbs to heal sick people. Everyone in her village loved her. But back in Umunaned, Hidalgo was in trouble. A strange sickness came to her. It started with a small itch. Then her skin began to turn gray. Big sores opened on her legs and arms. Yellow liquid came out of the sores. It smelled very bad, like rotten fish. Hidalgo was in pain. She screamed all day and night. "My skin is on fire! Help me!" But no medicine could help her. Hidalgo looked like a monster. Her hair fell out. Her beautiful skin peeled off. She could not walk. She lay on her mat in a dark room. The smell was so bad that no one wanted to come near her. Even the chief, who loved her, had to cover his nose. The doctor said, "We cannot fix this. This is a sickness from the gods. She has done something bad." Hidalgo shouted, "I am a good woman. I did nothing." But deep down, she was scared. When she closed her eyes, she saw the dark river. She heard the splash. She knew her sin was eating her alive. The chief was very worried. He heard about a healer girl in a village far down the river. People said this girl could cure anything with water. The chief said, "Go bring this healer. I will give her anything she wants." Messengers went to find Masoma. When they told her about the sick woman, Masoma felt a cold shiver. She did not want to go, but her mother, Nilma, said, "You have a gift. You must help people." So Masoma took her healing bowl and followed the men. She walked back to the place where she was born, but she did not know it yet. Masoma arrived at the big house.
The smell of the sick woman was terrible. Misoma walked into the dark room. She saw Adalgo on the mat. Adalgo looked scary. She was crying and scratching her skin. Misoma stood over her. She felt sad, but also strange. Adalgo opened her yellow eyes. She saw the beautiful girl. "Please," Adalgo whispered, "help me take the—"
"Fire away," Misoma spoke softly. "I will try, but water only heals the good. It burns the wicked." Misoma poured clear water into a bowl. She dipped her hand in it and sprinkled it on Adalgo. Sizzle. The water sounded like oil in a hot frying pan. Adalgo screamed loudly. "Ah! It burns! It hurts!" The sores started to bleed black blood. Misoma stepped back. She looked at Adalgo with wide eyes. "The water hates you," Misoma said. "You have done a terrible thing to the water. Confess. Tell the truth." Adalgo was shaking. The pain was too much. She looked at Misoma's face. She saw the girl's nose. She saw her eyes. It was like looking in a mirror. Adalgo knew who she was. "It is you!" Adalgo shouted. "You are the one!" The chief ran into the room. "Who is she?" he asked. Adalgo cried. 20 years ago, I wanted a son. I wanted the gold. I had a girl, but I threw her. I threw her into the river like a stone." The room was very quiet. The chief dropped his walking stick. "You killed my child?" he asked. Adalgo cried. "Yes, but she did not die. She's here. This healer is your daughter. I threw her away, and now she is here to kill me with the water." The chief looked at Misoma. He saw the truth. He hugged her and cried. Adalgo crawled on the floor toward Misoma. Her hand was rotting. She grabbed Misoma's foot. "Please," she begged, "I am your mother. I gave birth to you. You must save me. The fire is eating me. I am sorry." Misoma looked down. She saw the wicked woman. She thought about Nilma, the mother who loved her. She thought about the cold river. She knew Adalgo was not truly sorry. She was just in pain. Misoma had to make a choice. Misoma looked at the healing water in her hand. She looked at her wicked mother. Misoma closed her eyes. She poured the water onto the dust on the floor. "No," Misoma said. "You are not my mother. My mother is the one who saved me. You threw me away." As the water hit the dry ground, Adalgo screamed one last time. Her body shook hard, and then she stopped moving. The sickness took her. She was dead. The river had taken its revenge. Misoma hugged the chief again. "My daughter," he said, "you are the heir." He gave her the box of gold, but Misoma gave the gold to the poor people. She went back to the river to live with Nilma. The villagers threw Adalgo's body into the bad forest because the earth did not want her. Everyone learned that you cannot hide from the truth. The river always remembers.
Of this story is very simple. No matter how deep you hide a secret, the truth will always come out. Adalgo thought she could throw away her sin, but it came back to judge her. Wickedness is like a seed. If you plant it, you will eat bitter fruit. Be kind, because the person you throw away today might be the one who has the power to save you tomorrow. If this story touched your heart, please press the like button and share it with your friends. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss more interesting African stories. Question for you. Do you think Misoma should have saved her wicked mother, or did she do the right thing? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below.